When winter rolls in and the temperature drops, our cars face a much tougher job than usual. A simple cold start, something we often take for granted, can become the silent killer of your engine. But the real damage isn't just the cold. It's what you do in those first few minutes that could determine whether your engine thrives or dies early. Let's take you inside the hood and show what's really happening during a cold start. When your car has been sitting overnight in cold weather, engine oil thickens. It no longer flows as easily as it should. That means vital engine parts don't get lubricated right away. For those first few moments, your engine is working harder than usual, with metal parts rubbing against each other, not fully protected by oil. A lot of people jump in, turn the key or push the start button, and immediately slam on the gas. Revving your engine right after a cold start might feel like you're helping it wake up, but you're actually pushing it to work hard before it's ready. That thicker oil hasn't had time to reach every crevice yet. Those extra RPMs increase friction, heat, and wear, especially on the cylinders and pistons. Instead, you should always start the car and let it idle calmly for 30 seconds to a minute tenno to warm it up fully, like people did with carburetors in the 80s, but just enough to let oil circulate. That's all your engine really needs before you start driving gently. But here's another hidden mistake: warming up the engine while parked and not moving. A lot of drivers leave their car idling for 10 or even 15 minutes, thinking it's good for the engine. In reality, prolonged idling can be just as harmful. It leads to fuel condensation in the cylinders, washing away the oil film and causing wear over time. Plus, it wastes fuel and increases emissions. Modern engines are designed to warm up best when they're being driven gently. The key is to avoid high speeds, hard acceleration, or towing anything until the engine reaches optimal temperature. Another overlooked issue? Skipping regular oil changes in the winter. Cold weather puts your oil to the test. If it's already old, contaminated, or the wrong viscosity, it won't do the job. That sludge builds up faster in the cold, and your engine pays the price. Check your owner's manual and switch to a winter-grade oil if needed. For example, switching from 10W30 to 5W30 or even 0W30 can make a real difference in how your engine handles the cold. But it's not just oil. If your battery is weak, it strains your starter and alternator every cold morning. Cold weather reduces battery capacity by up to 50%. So, if your car hesitates or clicks before starting, don't ignore it. You might be damaging electrical components just by forcing the start. Keep your battery terminals clean, test its charge, and if it's over 3-4 years old, consider replacing it before winter hits. And here's something most drivers never think about: your air intake and sensors. In colder months, moisture and debris can clog air filters or freeze sensors like the mass airflow sensor. That throws off your fuel-air mix and creates rough starts or stalls. Routine checks go a long way. Clean filters, clear airways, and healthy sensors make every cold start smoother and safer. Finally, one of the most silent and damaging cold start habits: ignoring odd sounds or warning lights during startup. That knocking sound, the rough idle, that's your engine begging for help. Cold starts can amplify minor problem-solved spark plugs, dirty injectors, or weak ignition coils. If your engine doesn't feel right in the cold, don't brush it off. Fixing it early might save you thousands down the road. Cold starts aren't dangerous by themselves, but how you handle those first 60 seconds, that's the difference between an engine that lasts 300,000 miles and one that dies at 100,000. Take it easy, let your engine breathe, and stop making the cold start mistakes that quietly kill your car from the inside. If you found this helpful, hit that like button, subscribe for more car care wisdom, and share this with someone who's still revving their engine first thing in the morning.